Well, hello all. Well, we've got a lot to talk about today. It'll be in multiple pieces. There'll be different pieces of news, but they all sort of climax with environmental news. Except for the last piece, which is quite disgusting, but it's important that I set you guys straight on what's going on. Biden's decision to skip Climate Ambition Summit. The no-show is a betrayal to those who have rallied for him and a missed opportunity for him to deliver on his climate commitments. The summit is in New York City on September 20th at the UN headquarters. This is a gathering billed as an effort to rally countries around the planet plans to urgently phase out planet-warming fossil fuels as the window for opportunity is quickly closing. And we know that, but for some reason the leaders of the world don't seem to know that. John Kerry will attend the summit. Biden is dodging accountability to halt new fossil fuel projects. The assembly is just days after more than 75,000 people took to the streets to demand aggressive climate action here in the U.S. So let's go to another subject. Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of the UK, is considering weakening some of the government's key green commitments in a major policy shift. Oh, how surprising that a world leader would back out of his commitments to try and mitigate climate change. Are you surprised? It could include delaying a ban on sales of new petrol and diesel cars and to phase out gas boilers. The Prime Minister is preparing to set out the changes in a speech in the coming days. Well, the people of the UK, what do you have to say about that? Are you going to demand that your Prime Minister not back out of his commitments? It's real easy to commit to all these things and then easily back out of them later on. That seems to be the way that this stuff always happens, whether it be corporations or world leaders. And let's talk about Libya. What's happening there? Climate change played a major role in the Libyan floods, killing 3,958 people, and there is still 9,000 missing. Now that number keeps changing, and you can go to the news and find that it goes from anywhere from 6,000 down to 2,000. So this seems to be the latest number on the people that are killed by the floods in Libya. There was up to 50% more rainfall as a result of human-caused greenhouse gas emissions. Scientists use computer simulations to assess how much more likely such a storm was now compared with before. 1.2 C of warming climate change has already brought. So the warmer the climate gets, the more rain, because the more humidity in the atmosphere and the denser the clouds and the more rain the clouds have in them. So you're going to get more and more rain through every one of these storms. That's why we're seeing so much flooding taking place around the world. Okay, the next subject is here in the U.S. Some really suck news has come out about what the Republican Party wants the Democrats to do. They have to do this or they'll shut down the government in just a few days. Tax cuts for 1/10 of the 1%. They want a $5.1 trillion tax cut for those people and the corporations. Now, where are they going to get the money to give those 1/10 of 1% the tax cuts that they want? Well, $700 billion is proposed to be taken away from Social Security. That's money that you and I accumulated during our lifetimes of work, and they want to come and take it away and give it to the 1/10 of 1% of the billionaires on the planet. They also plan on cutting $1 trillion from Medicare. Now, Medicare is so needed for the people that are 65 and older that don't have a lot of billions of dollars to pay for health care. One procedure in health care can cost as much as $100,000 now, and insurance is so outrageous it doesn't cover much, so there's nothing else to fall back on but Medicare here in the U.S. It's disgusting what these Republicans want to give to the super wealthy, and their maggot followers want to go along with this. They think it's perfectly fine to ask for billions and billions and trillions of dollars of tax cuts for the wealthy. I don't know why. They need Medicare just as much as the people on the left. They need Social Security as much as the people on the left. Why would they want to vote for an out-of-control Republican Party candidates that are demanding this from Biden? Now, I don't happen to be a Republican or Democratic follower. I can't stand either party. I think they're both corrupt, and I think they're both sucked. But there's a clear winner between the two of who you would rather have in office. You definitely would not want to have the Republicans in office. The Democrats aren't much better, but at least they're not going to take away your Social Security, your Medicare, and your infrastructure, which is what exactly the Republicans want, is for all the infrastructure construction to be taken away and given to the super wealthy. The maggot right, unfortunately, is stupid enough to fall for such a thing as $700 billion taken away from Social Security. We here in the U.S. need to stand up to these people and throw them out of office and not ever allow another Republican to get into office again, and then somehow come up with a third party that's truly on the left, that understands climate change and understands the people's right to have the health care that they want, and that we have a social safety net to keep millions and millions of people from going into the streets without any health care or any care at all, living in tents, while the super wealthy live in the super mansions up on the hills with all the cops around them so that they can't be bothered with poor people all around. This is serious, people. You need to do something called research before you decide to become a Republican. I don't know how anybody can become a Republican. I really don't. All you have to do is do a little research, and you'll find out that the Republican Party does not believe in climate change. They don't believe in mitigating climate change. They don't care because they live in air-conditioned cars and homes and fancy hotels, planes, and they never have to worry about being out in the superheat or floods or anything else at this time. But that soon will change, won't it? All right, people, I'd love to hear your comments on this, your ups, your new subscribers, and until next time.